Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 3. I'm actually going to get Persepolis to switch production to a settler. Now, it won't actually finish it for another 4 turns rather than 3 when it increases population, but I think it's important to get the settler out more quickly than it is to worry about the few shields that will waste as a result. We're going to keep our warriors exploring, trying to find more and more territory. This guy found a set of game down here. That increases the food production in the square by 1. They're not too bad. They're a healthy little boost. These are gems over there. They're another luxury resource you can have. They increase the wealth in the square by 3, I think? I think it's 3. And they're also a very nice thing to have. As you can see, Arbella is suffering from a fairly decent amount of corruption, even though it is rather close to the capital. This is mostly because despotism is a very particularly bad form of government, and is not very efficient at all. So we're going to be suffering from that for a little while yet, I think. I think our next city is going to be thrown down right around here, so I guess we'll develop this floodplain square and put some irrigation down on that. As you can see, both Russia and Egypt are about to throw down their next cities. So, but fortunately, we're about to do the same. So we're definitely still ahead of them in that regard. We've been holding back production of defensive units in favor of settlers. This is mostly because I'm sort of bidding on the fact that they won't be attacking us this early in the game. So I can afford to focus on producing settler units rather than military units for the time being. And this land we're quite down here next to the Russians is particularly lucrative. Just look at all those bonus grassland squares, and there's also a cattle up here which adds 1 food and 1 shield to the square it's on. Probably one of the better things you can get in the game. The Egyptians aren't quite so well off. They're going to be limited by that jungle over there, so their cities won't be quite as good as the Russian ones, I don't think. And we still haven't found the last civilization in the game. There's going to be one more, other than us, and haven't yet seen where they are, but hopefully we'll see them soon enough. Eventually we're going to have to bring irrigation across these plains and bring it up to Arbella. But I think what Arbella is going to do for now is it's going to focus on building that temple and getting the borders to expand to grab this bonus grassland square over there. So we'll go develop that too, and we'll keep exploring with our warriors. There's another source of iron down there. The Russians are probably going to grab that. And as you can see, our treasury is almost running out again. I think this is again because of corruption. So we'll have to reduce our science rate once more. Oh, and we also finished that barracks, which has a maintenance cost of 1, much like the granary. What the barracks is going to do is it's going to make our military units produced in Pasargadae have 1 additional health point. They count as a veteran, so all of our units coming out of Pasargadae will be a bit better. We know that it has a barracks because of the little sword icon next to the city. Persepolis is going to change production as well. I think we'll have Persepolis build another archer and see if it can't get that done. Well, actually, we'll just keep building another settler. That won't be too bad, I guess. And this worker's going to build a road there. And our warriors are going to keep exploring. And wow, this is a very good territory for the Russians, I think. So they're going to be pretty well off, I would say. And hopefully not too well off. Our next city is probably going to be across the lake here somewhere. Probably to take advantage of these shields and grab that ivory, but we're going to need a lot more workers to get to that land, so we're going to change production in Pazagarde to a worker and start building a road down to there. Because that's definitely a good spot, and it's rather close to our capital, so it should be fairly well off. Unfortunately, we'll have to build a road around that little lake there in order to take full advantage of it. In the meantime, we're ready to build another city here, Antioch, and there we're going to start off by building we'll start by building a worker, I suppose, since we're probably going to need a lot more of those. And Antioch's going to have a fairly high food production, I think, so it'll be a fairly decent city. And the Russians seem to have arrived with the Scout. They're an expansionist civilization, so they started with that at the beginning of the game. Scouts are rather interesting units. They can't fight at all, but they have 2 movement, making them rather quick on their feet. And they're the earliest unit you can get that has that kind of movement. So as you can see, Antioch has quite a bit of food growth at the moment, but it doesn't have much by way of shields. So we're going to want to develop the land around it to get its shield production up. And we're going to start working on that road to connect our capital to its to our other city, to a new city down here next to that ivory and all those bonus grassland squares. Probably also going to throw a city down around here. I think probably maybe on that hill there. That seems like a good spot. And well, actually, probably a bit higher, and then have another city take advantage of that wheat there. The wheat is going to be very useful since it adds even more food to the city's production rate. We're now up to 4 cities, and our rivals are up to 3. So once again, we're in the lead, I think. And we're having Persepolis is having to waste a few turns of production due to it's trying to pump out settlers, but the population isn't high enough to build the settler by the time the settler's ready to finish. So we're wasting a few turns of production, but I think it's worthwhile to have the settler out a bit earlier than to start something else and finish it and then start the settler late. So I think that's the right way to go about it, though I could be wrong. I suppose we'll find out eventually. But that's what I'm doing for the time being. I'm also going to start building roads out to other areas to try to settle those as quickly as possible. As you can see, most of our cities are pretty much undefended. Once again, I'm riding on the hope that we'll be able to avoid enemy contact for a little while, and it seems that the Egyptians have taken a rather aggressive spot to settle on, so we're going to have to settle out here to grab the iron as quickly as possible. That's rather unfortunate. I guess they decided to bypass all those all that jungle that they have and try to settle on a more convenient spot, which I don't blame them for. I guess that's what I would have done, but it also means that we're now going to have to throw our settler out there first to make sure we can grab that iron before they do, which is unfortunate, but nothing I can really do about that now, except to conquer them, of course. But that won't be until a little while later. Not too long, of course, but still a little while. We're going to keep Pazagarde producing spearmen, since we're now going to be butting heads with the Egyptians, it seems. And we're going to have our workers go out and try to secure that iron source as quickly as possible. It seems that Egypt is actually expanding rather quickly, so we're definitely going to need to catch up. I think what we'll do is have this worker... Well, he's already there. It's going to take him a while to get around. So we'll have him continue building his road. And we'll send the settler out to this spot so he can settle there. And the settler will do the same. Persepolis will build... I suppose I could afford to build an archer. Or a spearman. Actually, we'll have it build wealth for a little while, just to increase the amount of money that we have by a small amount. And maybe we can hurry this temple. Oh, we still... we're in despotism still, so we can't hurry things without killing our citizens, so we won't do that just yet. And I'm not liking how quickly Egypt is expanding, so we're going to have to definitely get caught up in that regard. So it's time to see if we can't get another one of our cities focused on building settlers. I suppose Passagarde can do that, since it's about to jump up to 3 population. And we'll throw that city down to the bottom there, like we had always planned. And hopefully we can beat out the Egyptians in city production. Though it's going to be a bit tough, I think, since they're doing rather well, it seems. I think they're now tied with us in terms of cities. They have 4. Actually, I think they might be ahead of us. No, we're tied. And we're about to throw down our 5th, so I guess we're still ahead of them.